today to go to Mission Critical Technology.
Important to understand where everything is at this exhibition. It's all arranged by the color of the carpet. It looks yellow, but it's a red carpet. Let's start the day. Peter.
Just wait for Adam. Adam's the boss.
And on the background, the Leicestershire Fire and the Rescue Service are finishing up. It's the end of the day one. It's 5 o'clock. I believe 5:30 the exhibition is closing down. But there's still a lot of people around there. Maybe not as much as in the morning, but hey, that's normal at these events. So when you are talking about body-worn cameras, there are a lot of brands here at the show floor, but there's only one company who was the first in body-worn cameras. That's not 5 years ago, that's not 7 years ago, that is much, much longer ago. So you probably didn't know that, but Audax is a company that is already here around for many, many years. That's right, isn't it?
That is right.
That's
yeah, we were the pioneers in the industry with Bodyworn video, and we actually worked with the UK Home Office to develop and assist them in developing the first ever Bodyworn video standards, which has been replicated around the globe since then, basically. And we've done 2 GH conferences with our cameras, and we've sold to numerous countries around the globe. But we started back here in 2004. So a long time before others.
So you have most experience. Does that mean that your camera is most advanced?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think it's very much horses for courses. Our products, what we try and do, are make them as simple for users. We don't tie in expensive licensing costs. We don't tie in expensive storage. What we try and do is work with our customer base as partners and provide them simple to use, low cost devices, but more importantly, are still fit for purpose and are evidential quality.
Okay, so as I said already, we have some other manufacturers here as well. What is the difference then in all these cameras?
In a simple word, it's not just the camera itself. It's the entire ecosystem that goes with it, how the camera is worn, what you do with the evidence afterwards. Some companies, for example, are bigger in the software, the licensing, the back office function. What we try and do is say, well, hang on a minute, and where we differ is we have a camera, but we're trying to make that more useful. So for example, we've been recently working with the EU Commission, where they gave us some innovation funding, and what we've gone and done is we're now making the camera stop being a dumb product. Because at the end of the day, everybody's camera shoots video, takes audio, and you download it or do something with it for evidential purposes. What we are actually doing is allowing people to connect other devices. So we're trying to move the camera on. We're looking at connecting things like fingerprint readers to prove people's identity. We're looking at voter registration possibly. We're looking at all sorts of other Internet of Things.
Long implementation times.
Think about facial recognition.
Because it's really what you do with that captured data, focusing on the transition.
You can get the sensing back to your fingers.
Exactly. It's, trying to make the operator more efficient.
We're going to deliver things, in steps.
And body cam video of the confrontation was just released today.
Now at 5:30, police have surveillance video can catch bad guys and sometimes bad cops.
The other big advantage with our product is you can live stream the video. Now this for a mission critical, which is where we are now, for an energetic rolling issue like, for example, an IED bombing or a major incident, the information passage, getting that information back to somebody in command who can make strategic decisions to deploy how many ambulances, how many fire engines, how many police, do we need helicopters in the sky, what's going on? What we're doing with our camera is allowing those command decisions to be made without clogging up the radios and people trying to describe what they're seeing. What we're actually doing is letting the cameras speak for themselves, because after all, a picture paints 1,000 words.
Yeah, that's great, but there is another but, or however.
There always is.
However, to video stream all of the footage to the command center, for example, you need to have a network that supports that. 4G? How do you?
We can stream via. We have two products. One is a Wi-Fi streamer which connects with the customer's Android phone, and we're using that phone to stream. The other, we have a product where the customer puts their own data SIM card in, so they can choose the network they're using.
In the camera?
In the camera itself. So what we're trying to say is, look, we do the camera, you do the comms. It's your choice. Now, as a police force, they will have a much bigger purchasing power than the average user. So they can basically buy thousands of cards and get much, much better discounts than somebody like you or I could.
Okay. So the waiting is for an ESN in the UK?
We're always interested in that. Let's say we can at least now start doing data transmission rather than voice having priority.
Actually, as a matter of fact, I thought I was finished with Adam, but he's got something in his pocket talking about small cameras. This is a camera, right? This is going to replace a lot of other stuff, or not?
This is one of the things that we've been working on and developing. But basically, the camera you're wearing on your head at the moment,
this one over here,
that is a typical firearms police officer's helmet, and that is the typical sort of bullet camera they wear. It's a very good camera. It's 720 TV lines. You know, it's an HD camera.
It does its work.
It does its work, but it's only any good in daylight or with ambient light around. What we've just developed is a brand new mini bullet camera, and to give you a perspective, I mean, this is absolutely tiny. The advantage with this as well, and what makes it really unique, is it has 10 IR lamps around the side of it. So we can now use this in pitch black as well. So we're taking our helmets, cameras to a completely new level.
In addition to, and smaller than.
Exactly. And at a price point that everybody can afford.
Smart. That's the first one in there.
This is unique because of its size. It's something that I'm very, very proud of, and this connects obviously only into Audax body cameras.
Smart move.